Well, Catherine, good morning. I have never met you, but I certainly know about your work, and I think everybody's going to know more about Kathryn Bigelow after Point Break. The filmmaking is just superb. What impressed me about this whole thing, Catherine, is the fact that maybe 10 years ago, no one ever would have let a woman direct this kind of picture. Do you agree?
Possibly, yeah. I mean, that's a sad concept, but yeah.
Moreover, how were you able to make the movie so gosh darn gay? I mean, this shot of the hose, for instance, is obviously a metaphor for a cum shot, right?
Yeah.
So how did you come into it?
How did I come into making Point Break the gayest movie ever? I just did it because gay stuff is really hot, you know? So, I mean, I didn't even acknowledge that as something that would be a problem. And I just wanted to do it. And 2 years later, I did. So I guess the real question here, Bobby, is did you enjoy the gay stuff in my movie?
Yes. Wanted to ask you about the original director's cut of the movie, which, rumor has it, included fart sound effects throughout this chase scene.
I was worried you were going to ask me this.
It's my duty as a reporter.
I think without the fart sound effects, it gives you a really sterile, artificial kind of result. And the last thing I wanted, I kept thinking, oh my God, it's going to be like a James Bond sequence or some boring bullshit. I wanted Johnny and Bodie to fart up a storm, Bobby. I wanted every single footstep of the chase to be accompanied by a fart sound effect. This was a hugely ambitious undertaking. It had never been attempted before in the history of cinema. So I hired this troupe of drag queens I knew in Greenwich Village, and I invited them all over for some of my world-famous chili cheese and cabbage black bean dip casserole. And I hid microphones all over the house and in the bathroom, and I locked all the doors, and those girls farted like an army of skunks from hell. I wasn't going to share this, but I wanted even the gunshot sound effects to be farts. I felt like anything would be possible for me as a filmmaker if I could convince the studio to use fart sound effects instead of gunshot sound effects. Now, I know what you're thinking, Bobby. That I, Academy Award-winning director Kathryn Bigelow, was using fart sound effects for comedic purposes in my director's cut of Point Break. You're wrong. I don't want to get too graphic on here, but let's just say there are plenty of other fart-like sounds that two or more consenting bodies can make together in the heat of passion. Anyway, I've said too much. I'll leave you with something my mentor Milos Forman always used to tell us in class. Farts are always really, really funny, but a queef can change the world.
So the studio made you cut it, or they said you couldn't keep all the fart sound effects in your final sound mix?
Yeah. Why not?
Well, I'm with
Right,
you.
I know.
Why not?
I know.
Well, anyway, congratulations,
Thank you.
Catherine.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
No, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.